All right, and we are back live again. Welcome back, everybody, to Payback is a Lich. Oh yes, it's been some time. It's been we had a little bit of an unplanned hiatus with some well, extra planner shenanigans that happened in the meantime. But we are indeed back in our undead glory. To resume our chapter tonight. And for those of you in the audience who are joining us for the first time, the premise of this campaign is that when heroes of the multiverse have failed to stop Vecna and his plans to reshape the multiverse, Vecna, who is now a Lich god and is executing this grand ritual of remaking, making himself trying to become the one and only deity in the entire multiverse of D&D. He's already the mother of dragons, the overlord of the abysm, the goddess of magic, the god of secrets, which was his original title. And but even gods make mistakes. And well, we have a group here of liches that have gathered together in their mutual hatred of Vecna, as they want to they don't just want to stop Vecna, they want to usurp what he's doing, his power, perhaps even his ritual with remaking, perhaps even taking his seat. Not sure how they're going to decide which one of them is going to take that seat, but I guess that we're going to cross that bridge once we get there. And yes, there is even gods make mistakes, including Vecna. And Vecna was perhaps not very careful with his wordings, and he made an accidental wish after having his mentee nagging him for quite some time. His mentees here with us tonight, Drazov, who was nagging him to have access to a very secretive book that called the Book of Vile Darkness, that contains kind of all the knowledge that Vecna has gathered in his in his career. And it seems that that nagging somehow worked. Vecna accidentally cast a wish, and that wish ended up merging two timelines. And as a result, we ended up with a mix and match of a party of players from alternative timelines. In one timeline where we started this campaign, we had the 9 o'clock liches, which the sixth member of the party was a blade singing wizard named Necrolumpa. And then after episode 12, we had a complete reshape and rewriting of reality, and we start to tell the story from the point of view of their alternative selves, the left-hand horrors. In the left-hand horrors, the sixth member of the party is Drazov, the one and only who in the original timeline had nagged his boss into casting an accidental wish. And yes, Vecna has indeed too many enemies, and among those too many enemies, there are two former allies. Kaz, who was kind of a fling and used to be the paladin of Vecna, is the one who has the sword of Kaz, who gives the name to the sword, is this powerful vampire who was the one who cut the hand and the eye of Vecna in one of their fights where both of them were destroyed as a result. And then we have Volkar, ex-Exarch and slash third wheel of Vecna. And here we have Creek joining us, who was the one who sponsored this party, who is the one who brought together all these liches he knew were holding a grudge against Vecna, and yes, it seems that before Vecna was all powerful and Lich God, turns out that he may have done some godly cruelties. And one of them was that he completely erased, in his first attempt of the ritual of remaking, he completely erased the species of the spellweavers from the multiverse. The Spellweavers were this powerful spell-casting species. They had 6 arms, and they created these obelisks that appear everywhere in the lore of Dungeons and Dragons. Among other things that still exist, although no one remembers them, not even the gods, because they were completely erased by the ritual of remaking. However, there are 3 individuals in the multiverse that remember, and those were the individuals that were there during the ritual. And that's Vecna, who made the ritual, and Volkar and Kaz. And Vecna, well, unfortunately has Volkar and Kaz as loose ends as ex-allies, and they still remember that this is some of the things that Vecna tried to bury. And well, turns out that among the things that the Spellweavers created, one of these powerful ancient obelisks, on the original obelisks, contain a backup, a lore keeper, a copy or a last member of this species of Spellweavers who may be hibernating inside of this obelisk. Now, we don't necessarily know if this is the obelisk that might contain the last member of this species, but we know that Vecna was afraid it was, and that's what motivated the party to come here to try and find this obelisk. Now, what does this have to do with the Rod of 7 Parts? Turns out that the Rod of 7 Parts is not just a fancy, cool artifact that you can use powerful magic without attunement in Dungeons & Dragons. It's also a key created by the Spellweavers to unlock this obelisk, and to unlock even the ziggurat where this obelisk is. All the doors here are unlocked by whoever is attuned with the Rod of 7 Parts, which this party managed to gather ahead of their competition, Kaz. And yes, it seems that they have finally assembled. They are now exploring this buried ziggurat, looking for an obelisk, and looking to potentially try and figure out what they're going to do if they ever meet a Spellweaver, because, well, according to Volkar, who had his ass kicked more than once by them, he says that they are not nice. They were kind of a-holes. Yeah, they were not your... Don't expect to find an angel on the other side. They were very... They were beings with a very big ego and sense of superiority over all the other species, and that's how they built an empire across the entire multiverse. Anyway, but before we tell you what happened in the last session, let's meet our protagonists tonight. The 3 of them who join us tonight. We have Midge, our lichen lich, our spore druid with fungal fascination. Constantly decaying and reforming her body. Even her spores might have opinions of themselves. She might just be another bride of Zuget Moy or not. She's disgustingly efficient in combat and surprisingly insightful when mold and fungus is involved. Mitch, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
No. I'm really getting tired of looking at myself in the mirror. If you know me, that's not exactly my favorite thing. So hopefully we don't see any more of these mirror monsters as we continue exploring this place.
Oh yes, they've been having quite some fun with these mirror monsters. We'll get there in a second. And then we have Drazov, our arcane schemer, our Order of Scribes wizard, who has made far too many experiments, and far too many of those have gone wrong, including the ones he did on himself. And now he's the proud owner of the Crown of Lies, which he managed to trick Kaz into. He managed to steal from Kaz, who's supposed to be known as the Deceiver. So I guess this title is now yours, Trace of the Deceiver. And yes, he may or may not have been worth the trouble to bring on this trip, but I guess you guys will figure it out. Drazov, say hello to our audience and tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
I am with Reltagnor the Distasteful, but I am currently in disguise as Necrolumpa, so shh, don't tell anyone. And I'm getting rather frustrated with this this mirror creature. I think I may have to resort to some desperate measures.
Yes, indeed.
You sound like the 13-year-old going through puberty.
That is a tribute. Yes, to make things even more confusing between the two alternative versions of the party, we have the sixth member of the party, Drazov, decided to reshape himself just like with the crown of lies, just like Necrolumpa, and he's been going through this dungeon as Necrolumpa, and not even the true sight of the other liches can distinguish both, thanks to the powerful magic of the God of Lies, so of the Crown of Lies. So yeah, fun times. Drazov is really taking the personality of Necrolumpa, and you can see that by the high pitch. And
Who's Drazov? We've always had Necrolumpa with us.
that is true. Yes.
Exactly. What he said.
I'm surprised you haven't asked the mirror who's the prettiest of them all.
And yes, of course, we have Creek, our unpredictable bard. Creek is a charismatic menace who can talk his way into trouble. More often than he talks his way out of trouble, but he can sometimes sing his way out of trouble. And he has all sorts of new things going on in his life right now. He has this new succubus girlfriend kind of toxic relationship going on. She may or may not be plotting his demise, who knows. He recently lost, he makes friends very easily. When he recently lost one of them, and that may have doomed the entire party for an episode. And yes, he's still getting over that, the Morte of Morte. And and with that, Creek, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Oh, hey guys, Spirit King here, ready to drop out my next album soon. Granted, you know every bard and singer, sometimes there's some turmoil. Hopefully Temptress and I can make it up, but I didn't realize that time goes by much faster here than it does in the Nine Hells. What felt like a day to me must have felt like eternity to her. I don't know what I can do to win her back. I think I need a song from the audience, to be honest.
Well, I don't know what you've done, but I think we established it's your fault.
It's always my fault. Why do they always, the succubus always have to be right?
It is the nature of the relationship.
I'd have her take my soul, but I can't let her get to my phylactery, to be honest.
Oh boy, yeah. All right. So let's remind everybody what happened in the last session. But before that, let me remind everybody, is the last week. We have 6 days left in our giveaway. We started to celebrate our 500 subscribers milestone, and we are now reaching 5,000 subscribers. That's bananas. I'm still trying to process that. You were all awesome. Thank you so much for joining the channel and supporting us and supporting the content. Oh, thank you. And with us reaching 5,000, there still might be even more surprises coming in the future. There's there's quite a lot. There might be a little bit of surprise this week. Starting on this session where I'm releasing the last 2 secret codes that I'm going to release on Payback as a Lich. There are another 2 tomorrow that I'm going to release in the Gods vs. Eldritch Horror live stream, for a total of 4 secret codes this week. So if you haven't been following up, go to the message board in our YouTube channel, and you'll find there the link for you to follow. Everything is self-explanatory, and you will find a link to participate in the giveaway. And you can take these secret codes we're releasing during the session, and you can take to the giveaway and get some extra chances for a piece of the loot. There's a lot of cool prizes, and with us hitting 5,000, I may have to make things more interesting. I may have to amp the ante. But we'll see. We're very close. All right. And in the last
I got
session...
just the idea, Legend. Give him a signed album of Creek. There you go. Do that.
Give a signed album from Creek. That is a good idea. I can see that the players that are not with us tonight may be joining in the chat. Maybe talking to us in the chat. Very well, folks. It's a good thing that they can follow remotely the demise of their characters. And with
Someone needs to be studying.
Yeah, someone needs to be doing the hard work for us folks that are here playing Dungeons and Dragons. All right.
No. One of the people isn't here because they're studying.
Oh yes.
That's what I'm saying. But yet they're in chat.
Well,
someone is going to bed. Okay.
Well, in the last session, our party was delving even deeper into this buried cigarette. This place is full of high alert, highly sensitive traps, I should say. It feels like it was designed by some sort of ancient sadistic GM or Lich, perhaps a Serac, or perhaps was designed during 2nd edition, which would also explain this amount of traps and things in this dungeon. And that is true. This dungeon was designed during 2nd edition, and every corner here seems to have a threat of disaster just waiting for our party. They find themselves navigating these narrow hallways, and the hallways are now lined with mirrors, and in particular corners or in strategic corners of the walls. And each one of these mirrors kind of serve as a portal for an era, this creature that you can see there in the chat, which is either construct or elemental, whatever the hell that is, but it's a creature that seems to be made of it comes from the mirror space dimension, and a dimension that has been forgotten together with the spell weavers that were used to be the common summoners of the Neras, and that dimension apparently connects to the mirrors in the material plane and in the other plane, and where these creatures can use these mirrors to see and also interact and attack from the other side of the mirror dimension, from mirror space. And yes, initially our party was particularly baffled with the powers of these creatures, particularly because they are one of the spellcaster's worst nightmare, as they can throw spells back at you just as if it was nothing. But our party learned, if there is one thing that liches are good at, is to learn fast and adapt fast, and they are quickly adapting. And in the last encounter, they smash every reflective surface they could find. They've fought the Nera that came out from the other side relentlessly, and even though the Nera continues to harass them, they've managed to destroy the Nera much faster than they did the last encounter that they encountered one of those. It seems that they're learning fast about the powers that these creatures has, assuming it could be the same one or a different one. We don't know yet. There are different theories. They did find, however, that they are in this labyrinthine set of hallways, and they found a revolving segment of these hallways, and this revolving segment seems to be connecting to different areas of the dungeon and to different hallways, and every hallway seemed to have some sort of mirror at some inconvenient place, and the party has managed to sacrifice at least a demon or another that will and just to reply to our audience, yes, there is a battle map. I'm going to show in a second. and yes, it seems that the party managed to learn where they're supposed to be going. They gather together in this revolving segment of this labyrinthine hallways and corridors, and they are now heading deeper into this dungeon, looking for the ancient obelisk created by the spell weavers. And with that, let me bring you guys to, of course, to our battle map, our 2nd edition Ziggurat battle map. All right, very well. Here's where we left off. A party had been, you guys had managed to get yourselves together all over again, despite the fact that you had gone to different hallways and some of you had been left behind. You broke all the mirrors that you could encounter, and it seems that at least in this segment you were free of Neras. So let me give you guys a few moments to decide what you're gonna do next. All right, so let's be very careful here. Tread lightly. Let's not try not to find more of these nasty creatures. They creep me out.
I guess what Creek will do, since he got slashed to bits and pieces, he's just gonna touch his body and cast Regenerate.
Oh,
Excellent.
don't we have? Yeah, we had Regenerate cast on us, didn't we? We should all be back at full
Yeah,
last session.
yeah.
Oh, wait, never mind. Then I don't know how much I healed.
Oh, wait, are we all back at full?
Mitch had Regenerate cast on her, I recall.
I have Regenerate,
Okay,
and
right.
I had to leave early, so I guess I would have too.
But that's like targeted specifically. I don't think I had that cast on me. Okay.
We talked about it in off-character chat, I believe.
Let me see. Can I just assume then I casted Regenerate on myself then, since I have that spell naturally?
Very well. That's fine. If you want, you could potentially also take a short rest here.
So, yeah, it's 100 HP per minute.
Yeah.
So we
So, yeah.
stand here for 2 minutes, and Midge is okay. Good.
Plus, we get it for a
Great.
whole hour, so we're still going to be getting health.
Yeah.
Very well.
So fancy.
So Midge, you are back. So please update your tokens as well. With
Yep.
with your up-to-date health. But let's as you are all talking, and you see Ronaldo kind of whispering something to Ricardo, as Ricardo is apparently holding a little piece of a little piece of a shattered mirror in his hand. One of the mirrors you guys broke, and he's holding in front of Ronaldo, while Ronaldo seems to be, just fixing his tie and fixing his hair and just making sure that he's looking his best after that dreadful combat. And Ricardo is there, and they seem to be talking some, you know them, they exchanging terms and jargon from bourgeois lifestyle, from aristocratic lifestyle that sometimes is difficult to understand them. However, Ronaldo kind of looked at all of you over his shoulder, and as he does, you guys, you just see as if Ronaldo suddenly just went flat, as if Ronaldo was two-dimensional, and as he looks over his shoulder, suddenly you see his whole body turning into what seemed to be a very flat surface, and as he does that, you see he slowly he's absorbed inside the mirror that Ricardo was holding. And while he was looking over his shoulder on this side of the mirror, now you are looking at the mirror that Ricardo was holding, and Ronaldo is looking over his shoulder on the other side of that mirror. And he seems as spooked as all of you with what happened, as it seems that he's now on the wrong side of the mirror. Ricardo looks inside that big piece of mirror, and he's scared, and he looks at all of you a bit startled, and he tries to put his hand inside the mirror to try and grab Ronaldo, but he ends up shattering the piece of the mirror, and now you guys have no idea where Ronaldo is. Probably in mirror space. And Ricardo is all confused, and he's trying to put the pieces of the mirror he shattered together on the ground, and Volkar says, "Well, maybe this is a lesson for us to stay away from mirrors, even the little pieces. I think that bastard must have banished Ronaldo. I'm gonna have to figure out how to bring him back later."
He spends enough time in mirrors. He should be looking at mirrors. He should be comfortable on the other side.
And Creek, remind us what are you concentrating on, by the way?
Well, it was, what's it called? It was invulnerability, but now that got destroyed.
Cyril was
cursed. It was
concentrating on
cursed.
haste.
Hex. I was focusing on Hex,
Very well.
but that's mastery, so yeah.
Cyril was focusing on haste. By the time you guys finish this regeneration minutes, that's gone.
All right, so mages, I'll just clear it.
And Necrolumpa is gonna speak up with a little proposal. I have a suggestion for how we might proceed moving forward. I have a technique. It is a special technique known only to the most powerful of blade-singing wizards that allows me to take on the form of any being, and I can disguise myself as this Nira.
You really want to disguise yourself as a Nera? You think this creature is not gonna see through that? Well, not with your crown, probably not.
What crown? I don't know what you're talking about. But with the power of my blade singing arts, I will be able to disguise myself so convincingly that no being will be able to see through my disguise.
Well, if that's the case, then how are we gonna know the difference between you and the real one?
And what is the goal of that? Are you thinking in deceiving that weird creature? Are you planning on going into mirror space?
Necrolupa holds up the staff that she's holding, and holds up her staff, and says, "When I appear as the Nira, I will still be holding this staff. If there are more than one of us, do not attack the one holding the staff. That is how you will know me. Also, I will speak to you telepathically. My voice will not be quite so, comfortable as it is now."
Well, Daenerys can talk telepathically too. And, among themselves. Also, you won't have the powers of an era. You just have the appearance.
So if we cast spells at you, they won't reflect back.
That is correct. And if you're carrying a staff, I think that's gonna be pretty obvious even for those creatures.
Yes, so, don't cast spells at me. That would be unhelpful.
Alright, I won't cast haste on you then.
Well, haste would be fine. Just don't cast offensive spells at me. Because I'm going to go first and break all the mirrors along our path. And yeah, that way we don't have to worry about fighting it directly.
So above the table, I know you explained this. What benefit will you have in this form? That's what I'm not understanding, is what difference it's going to make if you go ahead of us and crash the mirrors if you're in the near form.
I wonder if it'll talk to you telepathically.
Yeah, well, above the table, the advantage that this provides is that it's not, like, so far it has only come out of the mirrors and attacked when it has seen the members of our party. If it sees me as a Nira, which again is short of a wish spell, it can't determine that I'm not actually a Nira.
Well,
Well, what if
Vokar
it-
did say that because you're carrying a staff, that's going to be a strong hint that you're not one. So
What
just
if it-
keep
Well,
that in mind.
yeah, no, but that, like, for the Nira, that's another Nira that happens to be carrying a staff.
Can
Okay.
you all, I wonder what language Nearest talk. What if it talks to you? Are you able to talk back to it?
I can speak telepathy up to 60 feet. So,
I'm curious. We've never heard one talk, so I'm scared to know what happens when it tries to communicate with you.
I mean, yeah, I'm a little bit curious about that myself. But mostly what I'm thinking is that if I go ahead and smash all the mirrors along our path, trying like, as much as possible to avoid, like, getting within eyesight of, you know, those mirrors before I smash them. But, you know, on the off chance that, like, the angles aren't quite right and I end up being seen, well, it's just gonna see a Nira going about its work, and then
I guess the last concern I have, and we'll see what happens, is if other Neras see you destroy mirrors. I don't know.
What
But
if
yeah, I like the idea.
what
Let's
if
try
my
it.
theory that it's the same goddamn Nira coming back and forth to us is true? What if there's only one that we've been fighting? Then it's gonna be pretty obvious that you are not one of them.
well, again, and this is above the table. Other fun quirk of the mask of, or the crown of lies is that any like mental messages or psychic messages or magical telepathic messages sent to it also get sent to me. I don't know if it's got a master or a controller or whatever that's guiding its actions, but if it does, I get those messages too.
Oh, now that's interesting. So, you're shapeshifting into an era?
yes, I would like to. I will take on its form. You will know me by this staff that I am currently holding. Do not attack the Nira that is holding this staff. You see the staff? You see it, yes? Yes?
Yes,
I am showing it to you. You see it? Yes.
yes.
Do not attack the one that is holding the staff. And now, I will change.
And in the blink of an eye, there is now a Nira standing before you, holding that very same staff. And when it speaks, it is not with actual words, it is speaking telepathically, and its voice feels like broken glass being scraped across the side of your brain.
Oh, so even worse than Necrolumpa's voice.
Wow.
Great.
Wow.
Immediately,
Yeah.
immediately as you look at Vokar doing that, I sneak up behind you and feel your muscles.
And oh boy. And that's a concentration, right?
No,
Which
it's not.
very well. So
Because
what-
I'm using the Crown of Lies to do it.
Ah, very nice.
It's
Very
just a
nice.
thing that I can do indefinitely.
Must be nice. And
Midge will wild shape into an ape. So she can smash mirrors with her fists.
excellent. A giant ape, I assume.
Whatever I.
Or
No,
just a capuchin
I don't
monkey.
think I can do. I don't think, because I can only go up to level 1. So, is there a giant ape? No, there's not a giant ape.
Wait, what do you mean you can only go up to level 1?
I can only wild shape up to CR1.
Oh yeah, you're not a moon druid.
I'm not a moon druid.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
So now next to you, there's a creepy Nera holding a staff. Volkar looks at you and says,
No, that's a bit creepy. Even for your standards, Drazov. I must say, though, the body movements are not quite as erratic as the original one. Well, I wonder if they're gonna find this funny.
and Drazov, you should be able to move that token. Let me know if you don't.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there we go.
You still have the exhaustion on you. From that's not exhaustion, sorry, that's a wish stress on you. And you're still holding concentration on, remind me, where were you holding concentration on? Or that's gone now?
I don't recall. I think whatever it was is gone by now.
Very well. Midge, while you were trying to figure out what you can wired shape into, you see Ricardo picking up yet another piece of mirror from the ground and showing to Cyril, look! Ronaldo is there! And Cyril, and as the moment Cyril looks into it, the same effect of becoming a flat 2D creature, it applies to Cyril, and suddenly you see Cyril falling into the other side of the mirror, and Ricardo gets scared again, and he drops the piece of mirror on the ground that shatters again, and he looks a bit silly to all of you, and Volkar is face palming himself.
Oh my god! Hey, Ricardo, right? Do me a little favor. Go back down the hallway. Go check on... What is the name of the newbie? The one that... the one that still has his nose. Go check on the newbie. Just, don't touch any more mirrors, okay?
Okay. And you see Ricardo, almost embarrassed, heading down the hallway.
All right, great. Now we are 2 party members down. I mean, that guy is a bigger threat than the nearest to us. Can we get? Perhaps I should put him in the portable hole. Jesus.
Well,
Yeah,
you can
I'll
still
just
do
go.
that, Volkar.
I'll just go into an ape because he's got fist attacks.
And very well, an ape it is.
Just for now.
You know, you have fist attacks as well, right, Midge?
Midge,
You have fists, Midge.
I do.
You have
This
fists.
also gives me. This also gives me just a few HP buffer
Very well.
on top of what I already am.
Very well. An ape, so that's a 19 HP buffer. Let me bring it.
Yep.
It's a medium-sized creature, right? So let me bring it. Let
Yeah.
me bring the ape there and give you control over that ape.
Oh, that is an ugly ape.
Oh yeah. Midge,
like
you didn't
200
expect you were
humans.
gonna turn into a pretty ape, did you? I mean, I'm surprised. I mean,
no.
for your standards, it's actually quite pretty.
I know.
It's not even covered in fungi. Look,
No, maybe we should. Yeah. A couple things. I don't think he has vision.
yes,
and
not yet.
I need control.
Yes.
Hey Mo, I'm going blind.
Very well. There you go, Midge. You should have control and vision and everything now.
Thank you. Here we go.
Oh, I'm glad the new guy isn't here. The last time he saw an ape, he tried fighting it.
Seriously, it's like I don't even know what to say. In a matter of 5 minutes, you all managed to do worse damage to this party than that Nera did, fighting us. That creature doesn't even need to do its job. It can just stay on the other side. We can probably take care of ourselves. Wow. Now we are reduced to Creek, Ape Midge, and Fake Nera. Oh, wow. Okay. What have I put myself into?
Oh, don't
Ape
forget
Midge,
you.
Ape Midge grabs Creek's hand and just starts walking with him, like a
All right, buddy. Just don't break me in half.
No. I'm not. I've never been there. I'm not sure how it works. But how about you guys don't look into a bloody mirror anymore, okay? Just pretend there's a Medusa. Don't look into it. Apparently this creature can banish you into its own plane. So, how about you guys simply don't look into mirrors. Break them. Close your eyes. Just in case.
The Nira, in heavy air quotes, points to the floating ethereal book, and in your head you feel my voice saying, "Follow my mind." And I start moving forward.
Very well.
Being held by Ape Midge. Looks like we gotta follow the mind then, as you're dragging me along.
And as you're talking to Midge, this is what you hear back.
True. I think he's a little pretty himself, but honestly, he should not have fell into that mirror. Creek's just BSing what Ape Midge is saying. I do like to monkey around too, Midge, but now's not the time.
Midge reaches up. Ape Midge reaches up, and you know how apes clean each other. She's pulling some spider webs and whatever spiders, and she's eating them.
Wow.
She's preening Creek.
You know, Creek doesn't have any clothes on, right? He just painted his bones. You know that, right?
So what you're saying is that's not a caterpillar?
No, you're touching my body. Creek's like, okay, maybe a little bit later. But you don't understand what I'm saying, so I'm just letting you touch Creek.
Yep.
Wow, this escalated quickly.
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
man, Tempest would kill me if she saw this.
And Nera, what are you doing in that door? What are you just staring at it?
No, actually, once I reach the door, I'm gonna take a step back and turn to Vokar.
Midge pulls Creek back too.
I'm actually gonna back around the corner and telepathically message send to Vokar. I think the doors in this place are really more your domain than mine.
Oh yes, these are old doors. These are very old doors. They were created by someone as nasty as a Sararak, I can see. They all have some runes on them. They don't affect me. I guess it's because I have the key.
And he opens the door, and you just hear that massive stone door opening. And Volkar says,
Here you go.
While the false Nira's standing in front of Ape Midge is just looking at it and just seeing its reflection in the mirror and just kind of tapping its finger on the reflection, tried to determine. And then she drags Creek around the corner and stands behind Volkar.
He can't do anything. He's just like getting forced around. Alright,
All right.
yeah.
Once the door is open, the Nira is going to go on ahead through.
Very well.
And start
Let me describe.
looking around
Let me
this
describe
space.
what you see in this room. So this room is what seems to be an abandoned ceremonial chamber. There are rubble that litters the floor. The place seems to have been sort of vandalized, and it seems to be some sort of ruined temple. The altar is cracked in half, and the chamber that had once brilliant banners, now they are tattered and stained. Sag drips from its walls. Scrawled on the wall is the image of a tentacled eye with a long black horn and one word that is written in common underneath it that reads Zargon.
Zargon, Zargon.
That is exactly it, correct.
Well, let's get out the little notebook here.
What the hell is a Zargon? Something tells me it's the first time I heard this word. I can't quite put my finger on it.
Nera, you can roll a perception check for me.
Can that be an Arcana check by any chance?
No, it's a perception.
Yeah, dang it. Oh, and it's a bad one. Yep. I don't know. Crap.
You are so focused on acting or trying to look natural, like a Nera, that you're not really paying attention to what is in the room.
Yeah, I'm pretty engrossed in the like Lady Gaga backup dancer routine that I'm doing as I enter the room, that I just don't have enough mental bandwidth to take in anything else. What can I say? I'm committed to the bit.
Very well. I mean, if you at least as you're doing justice to that crown.
Mitch will drag Creek in
Creek follows.
just to this first.
Very well. You can both roll perception as well as you enter the room.
I always forget. Do I roll this as the ape or do I roll this as Midge?
You can roll this as Midge because this is one of the mental stuff you preserve.
30.
The mental abilities. All right. So the ape, of course, the ape. I mean, it was something else, but I'm just gonna say the ape notices a banana peel right there at the end of the room, right here. What the hell is a banana
peel?
A banana peel. Yes, just there on the floor, and it's still yellowish.
Moves.
Well,
Gonna step
how's it-
forward, and can I
Someone just ate a
insight the
banana.
banana peel? Yeah, can
You
I
want to
insight the banana?
you want to know if the banana peel is sad?
What-
It's a
what-
sad banana peel.
Is it telling me the truth? Is it really a banana peel? Is it being
follow the
truthful with
banana.
me?
You're dragging me with you for a banana.
You can roll investigation, I guess, if you suspect anything of the banana peel.
She'll let go of Creeks, and she'll come up right here, and she'll step a little bit closer and try to determine whether or not the banana peel is real or just a figment of her imagination. That's a 14.
The banana peel is very much looking real. Yes. Let me make a little banana peel here. There you go. That's a banana peel.
Don't trust him.
That almost doesn't look
banana
like a.
peel is pretty sus.
Yeah,
You should
but
slip on
the
it.
rest of you guys don't see it though, or just Midge.
You are the first one to notice. And then
Okay.
Creek noticed after you.
Of course.
All right,
Ape
well-
Man
Oh
goes
boy,
with the banana.
that's you know what, I'm gonna
Yeah, it's a little sus. It's a little sus
I'm gonna
there,
delete,
Legend.
I'm gonna delete
Just-
that banana peel because
put
that
a-
doesn't look like a banana peel.
No, here. Just do this. Just do
horrible,
this.
horrible.
It's just that. That's
There
the
you
banana
go.
peel.
There you
That
go.
works.
Thank
yeah,
you.
Just as. Yeah, we don't have to be too realistic, else we turn this into a different type of role playing.
That is well, yeah.
So Midge thinks it's real. So she will step closer.
Excellent, Midge. As you approach the banana peel, you've noticed is still yellowish as someone. I mean, it looks soggy. It's still yellowish, which tells you it hasn't been here for more than 24 hours. Which
Okay.
makes you think, Midge, this place probably has some fresh bananas somewhere.
Okay, so here's my question: are these torn tapestries here?
Yes, they
Is
are.
that what we're looking at?
Yes.
Okay. So what Midge is going to do, Midge will step forward and grab it and climb up the tapestry on the wall with her climbing speed.
Oh, yes, I'm sure that was your intent, Midge, but as you step forward to grab the banana, just like it happens in this sort of second edition things, a ramp opens beneath you, like this massive ramp, and it just slides down as these two blocks of let me show you these two blocks here of stone just suddenly they just open downwards and turn into a ramp, and you just slide down together with the banana peel, and you fall into the, before you can do anything else, you fall into the onto the floor underneath you.
Okay, but hold on, Legend. I did say I was holding on to this before I grabbed it.
Before
That
you grab
stopped
the
me
banana.
Yes, that's the way I described it. I was holding onto the tapestry with one arm and then
Very
reaching
well.
out with the other.
I'm gonna roll to see if that thing can sustain your weight. It cannot. It didn't sustain your weight. You grab to it and it rips off from the thing with you as you slide down.
Can I make a roll to see if I could like grab the other end of it to like keep her from falling down in the thing?
Midge didn't get hurt. You can hear in the whole thing didn't
No.
come out. Just a little piece where Ape Midge was holding
Yeah.
ripped off. So
I just tore off a piece
Yeah.
of it. It
Yeah.
just tore off in my hand.
Yeah.
Oh,
what
it,
he's
it
saying.
tore off in your. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. All right,
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
it was just okay, never mind.
and Ape Midge just slide down. You can hear the thump as Ape Midge hits the ground downstairs. And Ape Midge, let me describe to you what you see.
Oh, look at that, Midge! You certainly have an instinct for shortcuts. I guess you found a way down.
And Midge, the walls of the place you are look like a burial chamber. They are sport colorful. There are sport colorful murals of a human court jester entertaining her king and queen. And there's a niche on the east wall that holds a humble coffin. As you guys are the first one to react is Volkar, who flies on his flying broom all the way down to where Midge is.
Come on, you lazy ones!
Creek follows behind.
And let me bring you guys
Yeah,
the next
the Nier is gonna also follow a little behind Creek.
And this is the room where you find yourselves in afterwards. After sliding down.
Interesting.
So, as you slide down, this is where I'm gonna put here. This is where the ceiling is open. And this is where the slide ends in this square here, this 5-foot square. So it's very inclinated, and it's very steep. It's very slippery, but you could fly up if you want. It doesn't seem to be. It just seems to be a ramp that just open with the weight. And coincidentally, someone left a banana peel there. Wow. When Midge was an ape.
So wait, did the banana peel go down to the bottom?
Yes.
Is it
yeah.
still there?
Yes. You managed to get the banana
Then-
peel. You're still holding it.
Okay. Is there any banana left in, or is it just the peel?
It's just a peel.
Oh, then Midge will throw it aside.
Very well. So it seems. So Volkar looks around and says,
Well, I guess we found a way down. And from that nasty place full of Midge, good instincts. I mean, the first door you opened. Oh, yo, wait. It was the Nera who opened the door, right? Nera, good instincts. And Midge, good instincts following that banana peel.
Yes, my instincts are always good. Again, that is
Mitch.
telepathic communication that feels like broken glass being rubbed against all your brains.
Mitch
Very
walks over to the door and points this long finger at it. At Vokar, pointing at the door from Vokar, and then backs up.
What's up, George? What are you curious about?
and Volkar says,
All right. Are you looking around this room?
there's a coffin in this room.
Yeah.
And the coffin is quite colorful. Well, you can see that the portion of the ceiling can swing up and down on a hinge. And you could potentially close if you want. There is a little small handle that is bolted to the ceiling of this room that allow the ramp to be easily raised and lowered by a creature that can reach it. There are also some what seems to be some urns, colorful urns on each corner of this room. And yeah, it seems that's that's all you can see there.
Does the coffin have a handle on it?
No.
Is there a way to open it?
Yeah, there's a lid to it. You can just open as if just like any other coffin. You can potentially just...
Stand back, everyone. I choose the colorful coffin, and I'll open it.
Very well. The moment you touch the coffin, the lid of the coffin pops open, and it pops up. Well, first you hear a little sound.
Oh no.
It's a pretty good song. I'm gonna write. Creek is memorizing it.
And as you hear that little sound coming from inside when you touch the wooden coffin,
Why
and
don't
suddenly
you play with me?
It suddenly just pops open, and as it does, out of a spring, this little jester-looking cadaver just jumps out of the coffin and starts to laugh at you. And Volkar says,
Wow, that does give a nice touch to it. I mean, that is kind of hilarious, I gotta say.
and you notice there is this cherry wooden jester that is dressed in all sorts of colorful clothes. There's a spring coming from the back. It looks like a cadaver, but it's actually just a marionette. And
It's wearing
just a
clothes, you
prop.
said, and it's human size?
yes.
Oh, I know what I'm doing. I take those clothes.
Very well. You can, as you started to, I'm sure the person who put this prop here was really not planning on having someone stealing the clothes of the prop. So
Look, I'm naked. I need some clothes. I can't just have paint on me forever.
very well. So you can wear jester clothes. Add jester clothes to your inventory. And you guys now see Creek, all colorful, dressed with what seems to be a very archaic-looking jester clothes. Do you get the hat as well, Creek? The one that has the little chimes on the tips of the hat?
I do, but I put that in my bag of holding because those make noise.
Very well.
So I'm now a sombrero with the jester's outfit on.
Very well, that's very... those are very stylish shoes as well. And the little long tip rolling up of the shoes. Very interesting choice of attire, Creek. I mean, you do like colors.
Well, before I get to my wardrobe, I'll have to be. Plus, it's colorful and creative. I do fit the role.
Well,
Midge will come over, and I'd like to just investigate this blue urn here.
And how do you want to do that? You're just looking, you're touching, you poking it.
I mean, I'm looking at it first
All right.
before I touch.
It seems to be a funerary urn. May contain ashes inside, for all you can tell.
Okay. And she
but
will
there's
she won't
it's
touch
colorful,
it,
it's
but
blue,
Midge will
but
come over. Midge will still point at the door, looking at Volkar.
yes, Midge, we're gonna open the door. I'm gonna open the door. Just trying to do one thing at a time.
and he heads towards the door and opens it.
Ah, great. More hallways. I hope you guys are memorizing. Because my memory is not very reliable these days. I don't know how many lefts or rights we have turned to get here.
Mitch comes over and grabs Creek's hand again.
Creek, using his actor feat, he's gonna sound like that clown character you've made in other campaigns for a little bit since I'm in the Jest versus. Oh, Mitch! Oh, in such shape form, you try, you walk with me everywhere. First a banana,
Mitch.
now a friend.
Mitch lets go and and runs away from you. The player is
wrong,
having a
Marty?
little the player's having some PTSD.
Ah, Mitch! Why are you so scared? I'm just in a colorful outfit.
Mitch is running away from you. She does not like that voice.
I love that feat.
Oh boy. And as you reach that hallway, it's just like the other narrow hallways you had seen before. However, there is a piece of good news, guys. Your wishes may have come true. You're not seeing any mirrors here.
Mitch will follow the Nira.
So,
Creek will
I know
follow.
we tend to try to ignore the problem, but then we try to figure out how we're gonna bring Ronaldo and Zero back.
Creek back in his normal voice. Well, I did not know we could go through those mirrors. I thought only the Nera could go through those.
Well, they can banish
And,
you into mirror space, so perhaps they have banished them into. It is a very strange creature. I don't know everything about it.
Drazov, you were saying something?
Oh yeah, just when Creek said that, I was just gonna say that I twist to jerk my like multifaceted face in his general direction and think toward him that yeah, I can't actually do that.
So, given the history of this campaign and the number of times that one of our compatriots has disappeared and come back to us, Midge is not that concerned. Because this happens all the time. Someone disappears and then they show up again. So,
Well,
True.
liches are very crafty, and it's not like you have an emotional attachment to all the other members of your party. I mean, to a certain extent, you have a relationship with them, a professional one, but it would be very far-fetched to say that you are good friends with them and you would sacrifice yourself or get out of your way in order to. However, your numbers are down, and if you guys encounter the Neras, Ronaldo and Ciro could come in handy.
yeah.
Also, Ricardo and Lichdom have no idea where you guys are. They're still up there. So perhaps there will be a nice distraction for the Nero while you guys are exploring down here. So, you know.
I am running out of spell slots, so
Silver lining.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
All right. I guess we'll figure that out later. And so Nera, you seem to have had a good instinct before. We have 3 ways to go. Which one we should go? Can you smell the obelisk in that form?
And I send telepathically, I smell nothing. I have no sense of smell. But this way looks as good as any. And I move this way.
Very well.
And I step aside to let Vokar open the door.
All right.
Because I ain't opening that door.
Way to find even more places for us to go.
And Volkar opens the door, and as he does, on the other side, what you see is a what seems to be another burial room. There's a cobwebbed human skeleton in decorative pauldrons that stands at attention against the west wall of this burial chamber. There are 4 skeletal guards with rusty swords that surround the distinguished skeleton. And as they look at you, all 5 skeletons just as you open the door, they look at you, and then they go back to look straight at the fancy one.
Ah, the perks of being an undead. I guess they think we are one of them.
Midge is gonna come run down this way, and she's gonna run down the hallway just to look down these hallways.
Very well.
Freak impressed by Midge's speed.
The Nira is gonna say to Vokar, so, should we explore this chamber further? Or
You are talking.
just close the door?
You are talking telepathically while the sound of screeching glass in the background.
Yes.
And it says-
Speaking telepathically.
I have
Everything that I say in this form is gonna be telepathic, and it's gonna be just this feeling of grating glass against the brain of whoever I'm talking to.
Well, I have to say, it's very unpleasant to hear you in my mind, but I guess you're enjoying. So, I mean, I'm gonna have you have your, your little moments of joy. Yes, by all means, go ahead, see if you can make new friends with those skeletons. They seem to have ignored both me and you, which means they probably seen an era before.
Alright, well then I'm gonna just pop inside that room. See what I can see.
Very well. You've noticed the skeletons animate and they look at you again. They come out of their stance, and they look at you and they then go back to their stance and ignore and go back to their inanimate state.
Oh, interesting. That tells me that these skeletons have seen the Nera before, which means that creature's probably a guardian of this place, as I had suspected.
What can I tell about this thing over here in the corner?
Is a burial urn. You think that
Okay.
probably ashes inside, just
Alright.
like the other 4 you've seen.
Yeah, alright. Well, then I think I'm gonna head back out.
Very well. By the way, I have to say, with those very long fingers and long claws in the shape of a Nera, it's quite difficult for you to hold a staff. Actually, it's a bit clumsy. because you can't properly close your hands. You know, just imagine yourself having very long nails and try to close your hands around the staff. That's how it feels.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I mean it's gonna be clumsy. I mean even the like trying to a gesture like trying to snap is gonna be awkward because he's got all those multifaceted, like jagged bits of glass that coat his fingers.
Mm.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's awkward.
And as the three of you as the remainder two of you reach that room, and the skeletons notice well, they don't notice Ape Midge, and they don't notice Creek. They can't see you from there. Volkar closes the door, and then he says,
All right, perhaps I'm starting to figure this out. Drysov doesn't have a kind of a sixth sense to find an exit. He has a sixth sense to find burial places. It seems that all the places he can find is burial grounds. So perhaps someone else goes now. How about you, Ape Midge? Any direction your instinct tell us to follow?
She'll go this way.
and yet more hallways, and at the end of the hallways, more doors.
Another door. There's a door.
Well, the good news is that there are no mirrors, and
Yeah.
So far.
and Volkar heads towards the door. Oh, Creek, you have did you have Pass Without a Trace on you or something like that?
No, I have regenerate on me since that lasts an hour.
I'm trying to remember what is the 30 feet aura around you.
My charming personality.
That has a much larger aura. The 30 feet is it's probably Pass Without a Trace. Volkar reached the end of the room and he opens the door, and let me describe what you guys can see inside. It is yet another burial room. You're starting to see a theme here. There are scenes of warfare that decorate the walls of this burial room. There is a closed wooden coffin that stands upright near the south wall. The image of a noble warrior adorns its lid.
Okay. All right. I guess
I mean, I'd much rather just open doors for now. I'm just speaking above the table. Like, I saw some more doors this way. Oh, but
True.
Volkar just walked in. Okay. Never mind.
Oh,
Yeah. Also, above the table, I agree. Like, let's just keep
Just open
opening
doors? Very well. Go ahead.
Just to eliminate, like, yeah, so Midge will grab Creek's hand and drag him.
Creek being held against as well. Ah, help me!
As you are being dragged, the massive gorilla.
And she'll go back this way, the way we came. Oh, there's the manifest mind.
Oh yeah, that should be following me, but
And she'll point
have been
she'll point
lazy
down
about
this hallway. She'll point down this hallway.
Okay, we can go down here, Midge.
all right.
And Volkar opens the door to that room, which somehow is not working in the map. So let's see what the
It
hell is
did.
going on. It did? You can
Nope.
see it?
Midge can see. Midge can see this thing right here.
All right. Let me describe to you what you see inside.
Yep.
So it is another burial room. Oh, there's scorch marks from all over the floor and on the insides of the door of this room. The walls of this burial room display images of a priest performing ceremonies on a raised dais. In the middle of the room lies an open bronze coffin. Three gangling ghoulish creatures hunch over the coffin, ripping into the corpse inside and feasting on aged flesh.
Fantastic.
And as they are eating, they look at Volkar on the other side of the door, and they ignore him. But then, Midge, you appears as an ape, and as you appears as an ape, the ghouls find you much more, let's say, delicious than the aged jerk beef that they are eating now from the corpses
So let
of
me
a
ask
priest.
a question.
Yeah.
Would Midge have the intelligence to make that connection to revert back to her normal self?
Yeah, you know how ghouls
Okay.
work. I mean, that's
Yeah,
Lich, that's Lich
she'll
School 101.
Yeah, she'll revert back to her her normal form
Very
as a
well.
reaction to catching their attention.
Very
Making a
well.
sigh of relief. I'm free from the gorilla grip.
Let me bring Midge back. And let's get rid of the gorilla.
Oh, I just saw that room.
It's not a room, it was the inside of a wall. So it's fine. You shouldn't have seen anything besides stone. Very well. Midge, you come to as you convert back into a lich, they look at you, they seem slightly confused, and then they go back to eat their beef jerky.
Alright. More undead, more urns, more burial grounds. Starting to get a sense of this place.
Midge out of habit grabs Creeks. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Oh, wait a second. I don't have to do that anymore.
Very funny, Midge. I can resist this.
Alright. More. This place looks like a labyrinth.
Are you guys going inside the room, or you're opening more doors?
So more doors.
Midge just led you guys, see what's like down this way, around this
Alright.
corner.
Alright. Creek. I guess it's your turn to go first.
Alright, Creek will head down this hallway in his jester outfit. You see him in these ridiculous shoes and colorful outfit. Follow me, guys. My funny bones are tingling.
What the hell?
And as you turn the corner, floating at the end of the hallway is probably one of your worst nightmares is a lich. It's like the one type of undead you really don't like to encounter. As you proceed down the hallway, Creek, you see the ghost of a human man in a shimmering crown and regal attire that appears before you. The phantom raises his hands and gestures for you to stop. And then it says out loud, echoing through the hallways in this ethereal voice. It tells you,
Go no further, lest this cursed monument overtake you. Only death awaits you in these halls.
Creek in his actor voice. He's gonna that sound of the clown again because he thinks it's a ghost. He'll say, well, aren't you just a beautiful ghost? I have a joke for you as a traveling jester myself. What is a ghost's favorite fairy tale? Sleeping booty. You hear that one, ghost? I bet that
Oh my
really knocks
God.
your socks, if you had any.
Oh.
Not the type of jokes. Don't worry, I can tell when a ghost is sad because when a ghost is sad, they start boo-hooing.
All right, it seems that you're very inspired. Honestly, I didn't know you just carry around ghost jokes with you, Creek. But I guess you are a lich full of surprises.
I turn around my normal voice. Didn't you see me hit on that ghost before I put her in my phylactery?
I mean, Creek, you hit on a lot of people. I don't really keep track of them.
Oh, that hurts. Vokar, that hurts. That's true.
And as you and the ghost is standing there. So how do you want to do? Do you want to proceed, or are you staying where you are?
Can I insight it? Does it look like it's gonna hurt us? It just
Well,
seems to
it
warn
does
us.
look hostile. Yes, it's telling you not to proceed.
Vokar? I think this ghost wants to possess us.
Well, I had that experience I didn't enjoy. I don't like having my soulless body being taken by another spirit, so I'll pass.
Oh, I know what I'll do. Creek, from his Clier Liar, because I didn't change attunement yet, will cast Protection from Evil Good on myself.
Excellent.
And I will start walking towards this ghost in my jester outfit. There, why are you so quiet? Didn't you love those jokes, my little ghostly friend? That's no way to say hello. As he gets closer and closer.
It is just me, or the clothes are affecting Creek's mind. It seems that the three of you today really took the day for some improvisational acting as apes and naras and jesters. I mean, we could be a theater troupe at this point.
And Creek, as you approach, the ghost rushes towards you.
I extend my hand to shake it.
And it tries to possess you and immediately fails. And as it fails, all of you can click on your tokens and roll initiative.
Silly ghost! Possession is for kids!
Hot damn. I actually got a decent initiative roll for a change.
Very well.
Oh,
With the manifest mind.
yeah, it applied to the manifest mind because that was the last token that I had selected. That should actually go to Drezov because the manifest mind does not get a initiative.
Who is Drezov?
Marker.
I don't see any Drezov here.
Sorry, the quote unquote Nira. There we go.
Very well. The creature's reaction attempts to possess you, Creek, but it failed because it didn't know you had protection on it and on you. And yes, it seems things are about to get dramatic, but they will get dramatic once we come back from a little short break. Let's take a quick 10 minutes break, everybody, and 10-15 minutes max, and we'll be right back after this interval. And yes, we still have 2 codes of
Oh
the
my god,
giveaway
are
to
we
give it today.
Lego?
Yes, yes.
Oh my god, this is the
That's
best.
That's
To-
great. I
Oh,
can't
this
wait for
is
the Jester one.
fantastic.
Yes, tonight you are Legos.
I love it.
And we'll be right back after the short break, everybody. All right, is everybody back?
Yep.
What's up? I'm back.
Dre's
I
off.
really want this Lego Midge.
It's nice, isn't it?
That, and I want Jester Creek now.
Yeah, that was yeah, that's really nice. Does makes you wonder. They should have some sort of make your own Lego kind of thing in
Yeah.
would be nice. All right, so for all of you who've been following us, and thank you so much for watching and for staying with us. I'm sending inspiration your way, and I'm also sending you a secret code for the first one of 2 that I'm going to release tonight. The first one is phylactery fun. And that is all one word, one word, all caps. And I'm gonna put here in the chat for everybody who is in the live chat. And you can take this to the link you will find in our message board in our YouTube channel for the giveaway. And you get some extra chances for the loot. And as I mentioned earlier, we are edging 5,000, and I'm gonna have to do something special when we hit 5,000. I mean, we started this giveaway 500, and we're hitting 5,000 subscribers. That's amazing. That's amazing. And there's another one coming up later in this session. Let me post this as well in the chat here with you guys. There you go. All right. So, bring you guys back to the dungeon where you had just encountered before our break this regal-looking ghost that told you not to come any closer. But of course, I mean, if you provoke Creek and you say, "Hey, don't come any closer, don't do this," that's exactly what Creek's gonna do. And he went for it. And the ghost tried to possess Creek, but he had cleverly casted a spell of protection against evil and good, and the ghost was not able to possess him. But there's still another three other liches here to go. Creek, is your turn. What would you like to do?
Creek will look at this ghost before he attacks and go like, all right, buddy. I know that trick. I'm not a young lich here. Tell me, what are you guarding behind you?"
And the ghost says to you, "I'm guarding death."
"I am deaf. Why won't you allow us to pass? Is it because I didn't ask nicely? Can I please pass?"
And the ghost looks down at you with a disdain in his eyes, and he says, "Foul creature."
You know, and I look behind for a quick second, and I look at everyone. I said, "Well, guys, I tried it the nice way." And then I just hit him with Booming Blade and the short sword +2 on the ghost. I go,
Very well.
"Ah."
Very well.
For a 29 to hit. So let's see, that'll do 12 points of magical damage, and then 15 thunder and it moves, it'll take 16 thunder damage. So I did 27.
Very well. Very well.
And then I'm just gonna walk past and says, "Look, buddy, you should just go back to guarding. You're way out of your league here. You know, maybe if you're nice, we'll spare you. But there's a fate worse than your undeath waiting before you if you go towards them." And I just start walking away.
As a reaction, as you are passing by, the ghost releases a horrifying visage towards you. It bursts your mind with the view of your worst nightmares, and your worst nightmares are the memories of your of the bodies of your dead friends when you encountered them. In that horrifying massacre scene that was the tavern where they were in, where you guys used to meet. And that image just flashes into your mind with a lot of strength. And you gotta do for me a DC. That's a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw, or you're frightened.
And because I have the protection, I have advantage, right?
Yes, you do.
Well, I've already been visited by a ghost of one of my dead friends. Alright. Nice try, buddy.
Very well.
But wasn't that... That was pretty good.
I mean, as a
People
lich,
keep-
you have seen worse things than your dead friends in your mind, and it's very tough to you. Some would say you are immune to be frightened, but depends on what it is. And yes, that is not something you want to be looking at. It's not pleasant to you, but it's not something that frights you. The image of your dead friends.
Creek will, with his movement, look around the corner, since I have a bit of speed, and as I peek my head around the corner, what do I see? Like, just slightly.
You see another corner. As
And
you
I'll
peek
head
around the
back.
corner, you see another corner.
And then with the last of my movement, I'll just yell back, "Hey, this dumb ghost was just guarding a corner!" And I'll end my turn there.
Very well. What is the Nara doing?
The Nera is going to move forward and just kind of look at this ghost.
Yeah.
The manifest mind is going to follow right up behind. And Nera is going to then just misty step past it.
Very well.
And that's gonna be my turn.
Excellent. And the ghost looks at you, and it seems particularly confused, and it turns to you as if it knew you, and it seems puzzled by you just passing through it and misstepping, and it just says, "What is wrong with you? Why are you not protecting us from these foul creatures?"
Creek will pipe up. Can I lie? It says, "Huh, you stupid ghost. Not even this Nera can protect you. He's with me now. You don't even know who you're messing with. And if you're smart, you'll join me." Can I roll a deception on that?
By all means.
28.
All right. And And the number to beat was a nat 20.
Can I use my
I kid you not.
inspiration to have it
Yes.
Can I use my inspiration? Yeah, I'll use my inspiration.
And it's now an 8. So the ghost looks at as you said the Nero is with you, and he says, "Wait, who are you?"
Oh, quite a powerful Lich looking to take down the Whispered One. And there's something here I need for that. Creek is what I'm known as, but my moniker is the Spirit King.
Who is the Whisper One? Or what is the Whisper One?
An evil Lich goes by Vecna. His moniker is the Whispered One, threatening the multiverse and the balance of power. I don't like it when someone tries to step on turf. And I've heard the legends that there's power down here that he fears.
I just want to say that the whole time that Creek is speaking, that Nira is providing like awkward, weird, backup dancing gyrations that are like yeah, they're both rhythmic and also like uncomfortable in their movements.
Come on, Legend. You got to have him do a performance check. Come on.
Yes, please do.
Please do. You have a
crap.
walking jester and you're right.
Oh,
That's perfect.
wow.
That's perfect.
That looks
That
exactly
is-
like a Nera.
Okay, yeah.
You're
Yep.
getting better at this Nera thing.
Oh, wow. That's yikes.
You look exactly like a Lady Gaga backup dancer.
And if anyone's listening is a Lady Gaga backup dancer, we mean no offense.
Yes. If you are a Lady
That
Gaga
was
backup
raw.
dancer and you are watching this, I'm sending you inspiration for that nat 1 of Drazov.
Yeah.
Very well. You are the ghost is thoroughly convinced that you are weird enough to be an era, and the one that is probably not convinced is the actual Nera. If it was seeing this, and Creek, the ghost seems confused and says, "Very well. I don't know who this Whisper One is, but if the Guardian is with you, then I will grant you passage."
I appreciate your cooperation. I will make sure not to ruin anything, as I have only here to seek the obelisk. Thank you, Spirit. What is your name, by chance?
Alendria.
Alantria. Well, I'll remember that when I go in my next song.
Alendria. King
Oh,
Alendria.
King Landria.
Yes.
I should make I should make
Alendria
a
from
tale
the
about
land down to the Andrias.
I should turn that into a song. That's
Son,
quite an narration.
son of Alendrius II. From the house of the land of the Andrias. Yes, I am
Oh.
royalty. And you should bow
Oh,
before me.
Creek will bow as a nice gesture. Well, Your Highness, I'm also not alone with the Guardian. I have two others there around the corner. They should be catching up. So don't be caught off guard when you see others.
Well, it seems you convinced the ghost. We are all the same side.
You still have the voice mod on, so Bokar is suddenly ethereal.
Oh, boy.
That was great.
Well, it seems you convinced the ghost that we're all on the same side. Ah, very well. Can you open the passage for us, King?
And the ghost nods and heads towards the corner that was protecting. It puts its hand on the wall, and you hear the sound of rock moving, and the door. Then a secret door opens from the wall, a very narrow secret door.
And Creek will walk, bow again, says, "Much appreciated, Your Highness, and sorry for the altercation earlier."
And Creek, as you step into this room, let me describe to you what you see on the other side of this secret door. There's red and white tiles checkers on the floor. And it's a very long corridor. And there are cracked frescoes of courtly scenes decorated in the walls. On the walls. And to the east, the corridor is blocked by a pile of rubble, from which there is a skeletal hand that protrudes. You see, as you look ahead, you can roll perception for me, please.
Oh, sure thing. 23.
Very well. As you look ahead, you notice that some of these tiles may be a bit loose, and you think that they might be trapped. Well, he wouldn't be a very far off suspicion in this place to think that some of these tiles might be trapped. But while you were looking to the west, Alendria passes through and passes through you. Passes literally inside your body through the other side, and it opens another secret passage on the other side that leads to another hallway. Then the king nods towards you and says, "I bid you farewell. May your journey be successful."
I appreciate it. Thank you for your cooperation and help.
And
All right,
and
guys,
Alendra
let's
goes
continue.
inside the wall and disappears. So now you have two options. You can go to the west, or you can go to the south. You can go to the east, or you can go to the south.
Creek is tempted to go through traps or go through the entrance they opened. I'm gonna go through the entrance they opened.
Should we all be in that room now?
If you want to. If you want to stay outside, that's fine as well. You control your character.
I'll also mention that
Alright.
I don't know what's down that hallway, but I think there's traps. But they open. Landry opened this door. King Landry opened this door for us down here.
Well, I'm glad I'm not stepping on the floor in this place. So, where are we going?
Well, they did open the second door, so we might as well try south first. 2 secret doors seems to be a nice catch.
After you, Mirror Man.
I'm not.
Creek will keep.
Creek, as you step on that tile right in front of you, just like it happened to Ape Midge, a ramp opens in this tile over here.
Can I like do a cool slide, like I had like a what's it called a performance? See if I can just slide my feet, kind of like Rick Astley.
By all means, please do so.
Feel like bent, dun, 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 dun. Yeah, but
And-
that do.
And you just lie down, Creek. And Volcar says,
Let's go surfing now.
Alright.
Everybody's running now. Come on, surf safari with me.
Oh, this is going very fast. You guys are figuring out how to go to the next level very fast. Good instincts. I must say, I'm pleasantly surprised. I mean, these places are like a labyrinth.
and yes, you slide down Creek, and let me bring you to where you land. I assume
Mitch
all
is
of you.
gonna wild shape into a hedgehog, and just roll down in a ball, and then go back to herself when she gets at the bottom.
Very well. Now, contrary to the other trap door that opened, this one actually, as you reach the bottom, there's a ladder there. But let me describe to you what you see there. A ladder in this room leads up to the trap door where you fell from, and there's an outline of what seems to be a secret door that is quite visible from the inside. And the room is otherwise empty. Let me bring you to the other room, as you will get there.
Let's go.
Oh, I have to say, guys, you
burn
burning through the dungeon really fast.
I didn't think the talking route would work.
And with that, well, sometimes you can get out of a combat with role playing. All situations in D&D should always have a role playing exit to them. You just have to figure out which one it is. And yes, there is a secret door, and Volcar goes and touches the door, and the door opens.
I see a
Alright.
bed.
Seems we found a little different basement thing.
And let me describe to you what you see. This is a bedroom. Dust coats this abandoned bedroom, and its wooden bed, table, and chair. On the table lie an unlit lantern and a wooden holy symbol of two intertwined snakes. There's a faintly luminous white robe that is draped over the chair.
Mitch will go investigate the robe.
Very well. And Midge, as you are investigating the robe, you've noticed that it is definitely something magical. But you can't really tell exactly what it is because it's all white and it's very different.
I've already used my Midge will say,
Can any of you identify this?
I already identified. I'll need a rest first before I can do that.
yeah, Midge already used hers as well.
Volcar?
Identify, do I know? Yes, I can cast that.
And he casts identify,
Mhm.
and that is it is a mage robe, but it works as a cloak of protection.
Does that need to be attuned?
He does.
Okay. Midge already has a cloak of protection. Does anyone else want one?
No, I got my cursed items. I do want to attune to my legendary instrument sometime.
Yeah, I'm all out of attunement slots.
Midge will just take it because we got some other people, and I'll just put it in. I'll roll it up and put it in my Heward's haversack.
Very well.
If I roll it up, yeah.
Alright. Are we burning through, or you are planning on taking a little rest here?
I mean, arrest might not be too bad.
Above
Perhaps.
the table, I'm totally in favor of arrest. In character, I'm a little bit worried about the possibility of the Nira coming back
Yeah.
if we
Uh,
give it time to reconstitute itself in its own dimension.
yeah. While we're deciding, Midge will also take a look at the holy symbol. Is it the intertwining snakes? Am I familiar with that? Can I roll a religion?
Yeah, you can roll religion.
22. If you're saying
You
something,
are-
Legend, we
yes.
can't hear you.
No,
Okay.
no. I was
Trying to
you don't-
determine what I know.
yeah, you don't. You wouldn't. You wouldn't know this one. You wouldn't know.
Okay.
Even with
Do
a
I get
22.
any type of arcanic aura
yeah.
from it?
You think this is a symbol of a cult?
Mhm.
And for it has some distinct characteristics to it of a symbol of a cult, but you can't
Okay.
really tell. I mean, the robe seems to be a robe of a mage or a priest, and this seems to be a symbol of a cult. So you think this is a room of someone who may have a high rank in this cult, perhaps, whatever this
Okay.
cult is. I do have to say one thing, Midge. As you pick up
Yeah.
the robe that was glowing, the cloak of protection that was glowing there, it stopped nothing. It stopped glowing, and you hear in your mind a voice that says the following: I will stop at nothing to seek vengeance on Darius.
Darius, Darius.
Correct.
Okay.
And Midge, you are now. Your body is now inhabited by an unwanted spirit.
Oh shit.
And you can feel it. You can feel it that there's someone. They can't control you, but they are inhabiting your body, and
Okay.
their thoughts are going to. It's not a possession, but their thoughts
Okay.
is going to are going through your mind, and you
Yeah.
can hear their thoughts.
Okay. Let's see. Where can I put in my notes? Darius, you
Yeah.
said?
Yes, I will stop at
Okay.
nothing to seek vengeance on Darius.
Yeah,
That's
just
what you
putting
hear
that
in your
my
head.
Notes.
Now,
So, let's see. Well,
Midge, a little bit more that you should know. While you're being inhabited by this unwanted spirit, you can use an action to well, you probably already know these spells, but if you don't, there are 3 spells that you can cast in addition, because you're inhabited by this spirit. Command, find traps, and lesser restoration.
command.
Find traps.
Traps.
Yes, and lesser restoration. No material components required.
Okay. I'm still typing out the I will seek nothing. This is the cloak voice.
Yes,
I will seek nothing.
this is the spirit voice. Apparently, spirit was on the cloak, and that's why the cloak was
Yeah.
glowing. And now,
Yeah. I'm
and
just
now
trying
it's
putting
in
in
you.
notes. Yeah, I will seek at nothing. I was just asking for the ending part of it.
I'll stop at nothing to seek vengeance on Darius.
To seek vengeance on Darius.
Now, I mean, you have no idea who is in your head, Midge, but but you do empathize with the feeling of seeking vengeance. After all, you are in this hosher
Yeah.
because of it.
Is it possible to add spells without? Do I just add them to my as a known spell then?
Just add in the notes. That's fine.
Okay.
These are all low-level spells, first and
notes.
second level.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Okay.
No one else
Sorry.
can hear the voice in your head. It's just you.
Yeah. Spells. Sorry, guys, going as quickly as I can.
There you go.
Command.
That's all right.
Find traps is gonna be really good, guys. And I can use that at will.
You can use that. No, you can use that. You can use that once per dawn. And
Once per dawn. Okay.
Each of them you can use once per dawn as an action.
One time.
Yeah.
Resets at dawn. Okay. Interesting. So the cloak is still in my haversack, though. That's where I put it.
Yeah.
And I'm also going to grab the holy symbol and put that in the haversack as well. I'll just kind of roll it up inside, just kind of as a mystery to be discovered later as she hears this voice in her head. So is the cloak no longer... The cloak is just a regular cloak now that the spirit has inhabited her, is that correct? I don't need to put any notes on the cloak itself?
No, the cloak you can just put as a cloak of protection, and the note you just put that it looks like a white robe.
Okay. A white cloak of protection. All right. Midge
And
will look around as the voice echoes in her head, and to see if anyone looks at her or responds to the voice, and obviously no one does.
do you respond to
So-
the voice, Midge?
Right now, no, I don't think she does.
So
Can I roll an intelligence to see? How would Midge respond to this?
strange spirit in Midge's body, uninvited.
Yeah.
How does she respond?
Yeah,
to?
that's what I'm trying to decide. Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking at my personality traits.
I mean, that's probably a wisdom, right?
Well, it depends
Yeah, I
what she's
think
trying to determine.
Yeah. I think Midge will come around the table over here to the corner and kind of turn away and say, "Hello?"
Darius, I will destroy him in the cold. Yes. I will assassinate my brother and destroy everything he holds dear. Ah, yes. Foul
Darius.
betrayer, corrupted by Zargon. Ah, he will pay for
Oh,
what he
Zargon
has
again.
done.
Okay.
I will have my vengeance.
He was deceived by Zargon? Is that what you said?
Here's the gist of. Actually, roll an insight for me.
Okay. Pretty good at insight.
The
Unless I roll
unwanted.
a 4. I'm going to use my inspiration
Very well.
to re-roll that again.
The unwanted spirit seems to be rambling on your head, going on and
Yeah.
off about this.
28.
About this Darius, and seems angry.
And this
and
is Darius's
vengeful.
brother.
Yes,
I caught that.
It seems that it's Darius' brother, who wants to destroy him and the cult that he holds dear. And apparently, he wants to destroy the entire cult, and he says that his brother is a betrayer that was corrupted by Zargon, and
Okay.
and he wants to destroy him and his cult, and that's kind of the gist of what you're getting out of this rambling in your head.
Okay.
The voice doesn't seem to be responding to your direct questions or to your direct intervention. It just seems to be like very hyper fixating on
Yeah.
on the vengeance against Darius.
Okay. Then if it didn't seem to respond to Midge's question, she will just turn around and she'll keep it to herself for now until it becomes relevant.
Very well. And for Creek, Drazov, what would you like to do here? Are you taking a rest? What do you guys want to do?
That's tough. I do agree with you, Drazov, out of the table. I don't know if we should rest. I think time is at the essence here. 'Cause we are wasting this
I
spot.
agree. Yeah.
I can.
How are you
attune
guys
to
doing
my-
on spell slots?
Well, I don't have my 8s and 9s, but apparently I'm still able to. I'm still kicking good. I have lower spell slots, but hey, I can attune to my legendary thing later. And plus, I have regenerate on me, so I'm still getting health for the next I
Yeah,
don't think it's an
Midge,
hour.
Midge in regards to spell slots, because she only used shape change, like she's got most of her spell slots. So Midge is actually doing really well.
And I think
In
the-
regards to what
the
I have
Nera
left.
combined with my charisma was actually quite effective.
Yeah.
Drazolf is doing pretty good on, again, above the table. Drazolf is doing pretty good on high level spell slots. Because, he kind of let y'all take the brunt of the onslaught earlier.
You don't say.
And, yeah, and then threw a bunch of demons at it.
Yeah.
So I'm doing pretty good in terms of spell slots.
Yeah, I think we're okay. Midge goes,
Hey, Volcar, do you need a rest or should we proceed?
I'm alright. I just saw how you guys got your ass kicked, so I thought you might want to need a rest, to regenerate your bones, but if we're good to go, I agree. Time is of the essence.
Midge turns around.
Hey, Nera, why don't you close that door behind you?
And I go ahead and close the door behind me.
I don't know why, but Midge thought, let's close that door.
Yeah.
And very well. And Volcar opens the next door, and he says,
Oh, alright, okay. Maybe I opened the wrong door.
and let me describe what you see on the other side. It's an abandoned
Oh!
kitchen. It's an abandoned kitchen and dining room that contains stone cupboards and a sagging table and dusty chairs. Near the table, there's an enormous snake that coils around a
Yeah.
blushy corpse wearing a wooden rabbit mask. And the moment the snake see you guys, as it's opening its mouth to swallow the corpse whole, this giant constrictor snake, it looks at all of you, and just like the skeletons did, it ignores you and continues to eat the body. You might think that you guys are just with the Nera and part of this.
Guys, I'm kind of relieved because I was about to do the snake charmer route if that wasn't the case. You're like, "Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo."
You can still do it if you want to.
Yeah.
I'm with the Nera. I don't think I should provoke the snake unless it tries.
Midge will go ahead and step in.
Oh, I think that might be a mistake.
And Midge, in your mind, it flashes the image of this glowing red eye. You see a giant maw, a glowing red eye, and what seems to be some sort of very long unicorn horn. Something you can't really describe. It's dark, but it flashed in your mind with that giant maw full of sharp teeth and long tongue. Something that's a mix of a cyclops with a corrupted unicorn, whatever it is, with one red eye glowing in the back of your mind and looking straight at you.
Didn't you say we saw that? Didn't you say we saw a picture of that in one of the rooms previous?
You saw a picture of that, but now you're not seeing. You saw a pictogram of that, and now you are seeing an actual image flashing in your mind. And
okay.
And as the image flashes, you immediately hear the unwanted spirit saying, "I will destroy you as well, Sargon."
Okay, I was about to roll to make sure that I knew that was Zargon. Midge will just hug the wall and come down this way.
Very well. Volkar as well, and he opens the next door. And let me describe to you. You guys are burning through this dungeon, that the narrow was a good strategy, and the next B40. Yeah, let me wait. Give me a second. You are
gonna go ahead and Misty step on through the next doorway.
So you got some big Nera energy right now.
There are faded wall hangings, cracked sculptures, and frayed divans decorating this ornated living room. 2 rusty iron statues of armored warriors stand at attention, one on either side of the door you are passing through. You notice that the armors might be magical, but just like it happened with the snake, if they are, they seem to be ignoring you.
They don't respond? Oh, that's fantastic. Midge would like to invest. What's on this table back here?
Destroyed junk.
Destroyed junk. Okay. Is there anything of interest in this room, like even on the coffee table?
So there is a mask in this room that is interesting. Let me put them. This is dusty and abandoned, and it was under one of the couches, and it looks like this. It's different from the other ones you've seen.
It looks different than the other ones. Okay. Yeah. Midge will grab it.
Hey! This one looks more special than the other ones that those guys were wearing upstairs.
Oh yeah, those creepy chanting guys.
Yeah, Volkar? Do you have any insight on this? Have you seen this one before?
No idea. No, I have not. Whatever cult this is, This place has been forgotten by time. So
Midge will investigate. Is there anything, any aura, any arcanic energy?
No, the mask is not magical. The only thing that you think it's magical in this room, Midge, are the armors.
Okay. I already have one of the other cult masks. I think Midge is gonna trade them out. She's gonna take the regular one and put it underneath the couch, and she's going to keep this more
Very well.
elaborate one.
Very good.
Because she likes this one better, because it's a little bit ornate. I don't know. So I'm just gonna change my description and make it ornate bronze cult mask.
Okay.
That's it. Yep.
And the Volcar heads to the wall in the east, and it opens into another hallway as he heads to the next door and opens that one as well.
You know what's crazy is we thought with only the three of us we were going to struggle getting through all of this stuff, and like you said, we're so far ahead of the rest of the party. Like, I don't know what we're going to do, guys. Yeah, but how are we going to get the other characters caught up to us?
Oh, imagine the RP. They're gonna fight that ghost. They're gonna fight that snake, the armor. They're gonna fight
And
that.
we're just gonna we'll just go back and we'll just kick back on the couch in here.
Well, you just that's a problem for your future selves.
Not for us. That's not a problem for us. It's a problem for them.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Are these
well,
weeping
Liches.
angels?
Two
Not
of them
adventurous.
are in a different dimension anyway.
Plane.
Yeah. So, as you enter this room, let me describe to you what you see here. There are aged planks panels on the walls of this very antiquated chamber. A desk sits in the center of the room, surrounded by splintering chairs. Two stone statues of winged lion-headed beasts flank the north door. And the moment you enter, the statues start to move, and you realize that they are two gargoyles. And as they start to move, they look at all of you entering the room, and they see the Nera. And as it happened with the armors and with the snake,
God.
they just sit back down and go back to their position.
Good lord. Midge will wander over to the desk and investigate the desk.
Greek will do a dance to impress one of the gargoyles. Ba-na-na-na-da-da-da. In my jester outfit.
Very well. Very well. Not bad. But the gargoyles don't react, so they don't seem impressed.
Next time.
The Nira's gonna move up in front of the gargoyles and just kind of chill for a moment. Well, very, very gently pushing Creek back away.
Greek in his jester outfit backs away like a mimic.
Very well.
Like a mime, I mean, sorry.
And Volker says,
Oh, that is quite fun. You know, they didn't seem very impressed, Creek. But perhaps it's because you're really not doing your best with that rhythm. I've seen you make better moves.
Look, it's the shoes. They're a couple sizes larger than my previous ones. But trust me, I'll get to the gist of it.
Well, I remember when you used to do some, you used to play and dance at the same time. Now you're just trying to dance. Perhaps you need some sound, some music. That's why you have no rhythm.
Was that the creek that also got destroyed by a comet?
Yes, it is correct.
Ding, ding, ding. For those of you listening at home, that would have been the answer to the trivia question had any of you actually commented with the response.
Well, that was in the previous session, but I'll tell you guys what. If DMJ, if you want to make another trivia for those who are watching us, by all means, give us another trivia, and they can answer in the comments of this video. And if they do, we'll randomly select one person.
All right, I'll have to think of one over the next couple minutes as we're
Very well.
finishing up. Midge did roll a 26 to investigate the contents of the desk.
Very well.
If you can.
Yes.
If anything of interest.
As you are looking into this desk, you find roll a sleight of hand. If you have Thieves 2, you can use your proficiency bonus on this.
I do not.
As you find the bottom drawer of the desk is locked.
8.
You're not able to open. But yeah, there's a bunch of boring documentation on top of this, which you can't really understand, but seems to be some sort of bureaucracy. And it's written in some hieroglyphs that you have no idea what it is, but seems to be some sort of accounting papers.
Is the lock? Is it acid? Or excuse me? Is it metal?
Yes.
It is. Okay. Then. I think I have acid somewhere. Then she will take her staff, enzymatic gastro staff that does acid damage, and she will hit the lock so that acid gets on the metal lock to try and make it weaken the lock.
And yes, and it opens. It's an old desk. And after you melt the lock, you open the drawer. And as you do, Midge, jackpot. The moment you see that little flask with that purplish, gooish liquid inside, you know exactly what it is. That is purple worm poison.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, Mitch's eyes light up.
Oh, we're gonna have some fun.
And Volkar says,
Ooh, that's good stuff, Midge. Very well. You know you can do some quite a fun potions with that. I'm sure you know. I mean, or you can give it to your plants. If you want them to grow more teeth.
Yep.
And Creek, do you need? I'm gonna put a song here for you to get inspired and reroll the performance check. Let's see if you can impress the gargoyles.
Chicken banana.
Go ahead.
Banana. Chicken banana.
I'm feeling
banana.
it. I dance to the side to left. Listen to me, guys. I'm Creek the Clown. I got many jokes and a song for you. Come on, gargoyles, and dance to my beat. Go left, right, then heat. Click. He just starts singing along as he does that. Oh, yeah, I'm feeling it.
Very well, very well. The gargoyles are The gargoyles are keeping their stance, but you can see they are side-eyeing you. They're looking. You can see their gaze just turns to you as you are doing your best performance, and both of them are staring at you as you are doing the performance while they're trying to keep their stance.
Very
I will
good,
take
great.
that. I will bow to them and says, I will take that as a compliment. Thank you. And I'll go right next to Nera, still
Excellent.
dancing to the side.
And he heads to the door and open the door for you guys.
All right, more hallways. Yay!
I make gestures toward the gargoyles in my, twitching, awkward, sort of
Oh yes,
unpleasant
you should
manner.
roll performance as well. Let's see if you
Oh yeah.
let's see if you roll performance well and you convince that you are an era. I'm gonna put this on.
Chicken banana.
Oh my god!
Chicken banana. Banana.
Oh, yeah, you got the Nera dancing with me.
It's
Oh my
perfect.
God,
How do I always roll at
unbelievable.
that one? How do I
Because the
always
dice
roll at
tell
that
the
one on
story.
that
That
roll?
is perfect.
That's
Is that
unbelievable.
disinspiration?
That's the second nat one you roll, which is the perfect number to roll for to imitate a Nera that is so erratic. Which means there's no skills in your dance. There's only randomness, perfect randomness, and I have to give you inspiration for that because that is a good performance as an era, or I should say a good lack of performance as an era. Go ahead.
Well, I've already got inspiration, so does anybody else need?
Yeah, Mitch used hers, so I could use it.
All right, yeah.
Unbroken.
Well, you've got it. You've got it now.
All right, thank you.
Wow.
We're both
Yeah.
dancing like pros right now.
Yeah,
Congrats.
well, you are dancing like pro. The Nara is well, he's destroying the concept of dance itself. And
Yeah.
there's
Oh wow.
all right. So, Volkar goes ahead and he says,
All right, Midge. So where to now?
What?
There are three
Let's
ways.
see.
roll roll a perception, Mitch.
Okay. Sorry, I was looking, getting some messages on my phone. I'm gonna use my inspiration that I just received to re-roll that.
Very well.
Oh, it's even worse. A 13.
Midge, a trap door opens beneath you, right in that cross section. That tile there in the cross section has a trap door in it. A trap door
Okay.
opens beneath you, and you fall into this massive pit, 40 feet deep, with spikes on the bottom. So,
Okay.
and
Let me see. Hold on. How long does wild shape take?
how long
Can I
does
wild shape as a reaction?
for 40 feet? No, not for 40 feet, but yeah,
No.
it's about this much.
Yeah, that's. I think she could wild shape in that amount of time, Legend. Let's be honest.
Yeah, well, she could if she had if she had passed the perception check. The trap door opens and you fall, taking well, actually taking no damage because it's no magical piercing
Yeah.
and bludgeoning.
I was about to say, are these magic? Yeah.
Must be nice to be a lich, and you just fall very strangely, and you have spikes going through your body. And
Yep.
Volkar just hovers above the trapdoor as he looks at you. He's like,
Are you okay there, Midge?
Yeah, give me just a second.
And she'll wild shape into an eagle and fly out.
Did you break a nail?
I don't have any nails.
Okay. That's a weird
Ow.
way of falling.
They're all fungus. I have nail fungus.
Oh, all right. Whatever you
So
call
yeah,
them.
she turns into an eagle and flies back out,
Very well.
and then goes back to herself.
And your protection against evil and good is gone now, Creek. And Nera Creek, you see that Midge just flies out as an eagle out of a trap door in that crossway there.
All right. Didn't I tell you that's why I don't step on the floor here?
And yes, there are 3 ways to go. Where do you guys want to go?
I guess I'll cast flying myself, so that way I can just start to fly off the ground. So I was doing the boom chicky boom boom. I was dancing in the hallway. Saw Midge fall, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I should probably not touch the ground.
You mean the chicken banana? This.
Oh
this,
yeah, the
this
chicken banana.
Banana. Chicken banana. Chicken banana. 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 Chicken banana.
You know I'm gonna have to turn that into a rap, right? But I'll have to do that one day.
Banana. Banana.
And Creek, as you're heading north, you're flying now. Let me give you the. Where do you want to go?
Banana.
I'll fly over the pit as I'm hovering. I look down. I'll look at them and says, "You want to go that way?"
Whatever way you guys want to go. It seems you have good instincts after all. We've managed to go down 2 sections with you guys leading us in random directions. Go figure.
Midge starts to wander this way, slowly, kind of tapping her foot on each tile as she moves forward, just to make sure that they're not going to fall out from underneath her.
Creaky's gonna float doing the chicken banana dance right by Midge. You just see Creek floating off the ground dancing.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na, ba-na-na-na-na-na-na, bam-bam-bam-bam. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Oh, that's a long hallway.
Oh yeah, it is. Holy crap. Good lord. Have to zoom out of far away. Midge will continue moving slowly, tapping each tile as she
Where is the Nera?
Creek will fly back and say, "Are you catching up with us?" And I'll point in the direction.
And Drazov, where are you? You coming?
Yeah, he's catching up with everybody else.
Is your manifest mind with you, or you really left the manifest mind inside that room just in case?
Oh no, the manifest mind is sorry. That should have been moving with me the whole time.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, just wondering. Maybe you left in that room just in case you want to teleport back or something like that.
No. It should be moving with me. Like as a general rule, it's gonna be moving along with me.
Okay.
So yeah.
I just thought you were doing a fail. You were just saving a checkpoint there in the game, so you can go back in case things go.
he built a campfire.
Yes.
Yeah. I
Very
mean,
well.
I'll probably do that at some point in the future. I mean, I wouldn't put it past me.
Very well. You see this very long hallway in front of you. Where are you going, guys?
Midge will I'll go ahead and turn it to an eagle.
Turn into an eagle. I
back-
think this is one of the sides of your token, so you can just
I'm looking.
yeah.
I'm gonna go
There you
ahead
go.
and just
Spider. Yep,
misty
it is.
step
Here we go.
on up ahead of our buddy and just move forward.
He's
And
flying chicken banana. Chicken banana. Well, just dancing flying.
that song gets stuck in your head. Good luck.
Oh, it does.
Next session, you guys still gonna have this song stuck in your head. All right. I'm just going to put the manifest mind in a different layer, and I bring it back when it's required. Okay.
Yeah, sounds good. Just to be clear, I was walking the entire distance that I just moved my character, so if there were any traps, I did trigger them.
There were no traps. Lucky you.
Okay.
But as you arrive here, you see something unusual. Inside this room, this is a lived-in room that contains 3 bunk beds and a chest at the foot of each bed. On one bed lies an elf man in bright yellow robes and a wooden sheep mask. An iron-bound chest rests at the foot of each bed. The masked elf stands up and looks at all of you, and you hear his voice in your mind saying, "Guardian, no one has come here." And he's talking to you, fake Nera.
And that's coming from the elf?
The
or
elf is a telepathic message from the elf.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna just move forward and send telepathically back. Yes. Well, the circumstances have been altered.
And you can click on your token and roll initiative.
Oh, crap.
All of us or just him?
All of you.
Oh, that chicken banana song's in my head.
I told you. is gonna be in your head by next session. And and yeah, Volkar says,
Oh no. That's not good.
Nera, as you take a better look at with your true sight at the elf, you realize why he's talking telepathically to you. He is not an elf at all. He is in fact a doppelganger. And on the note of us starting that initiative, we'll conclude our session here tonight. But for those of you who are watching, wait, I still owe you another code. So tonight's second code, for all caps, no spaces, is never trust death. I'm going to put here and all caps, no spaces. Again, you can head to the link in the message board. There's a post there. There's several posts there referring to the giveaway. Everyone who subscribed to this channel is welcome. It's free participation. You can just all you gotta do is just click on the link. Everything's self-explanatory, and you can flag your YouTube account so that we know who you are, so we can send you the prizes if you win. And yes, you can use these codes to get extra chances in the draft for the giveaway. And with us reaching 5,000 before the giveaway is over, there are probably going to be extra prizes and extra surprises. And with that, thank you all of you for watching us. It's a pleasure having you here. I'm sending you all inspiration. You're awesome. Thank you very much. And I see you guys next week. Have a good night, everybody.